Oh, Joey.
All right. This is Indigo's Corner, episode 2. We have special guest with us, Ahlea Myers, a walking bucket. Put it in simplest terms, pretty much family. Another Columbia legend, I would like to say, well known for what she does on the court. Definitely a versatile bucket. So, how you doing today?
I'm good. You?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We here. We here. This is Indigo's Corner, Indigo X, your own. You know, how you living?
Good. I'm ready to go back home. Just
Okay.
finished college. I
Hey.
move out Friday.
Hey. Okay.
Well, finished junior year. Not done with college yet.
Yeah. Nah. I got you. I got you. I got you. That's what's up. So we're gonna start from the jump, from the beginning. When you were little, when you was out there at Kaufman Road, and when you was even out there playing football. Like, what was it about
Mhm.
sports that got you started?
That's a good question. I just like being any and everywhere.
Hmm.
Like kind of whatever my brother did, I was doing. I was in baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, football, even for a year. And then, yeah, after that one, it was kind of like, maybe that's not for me. But basketball and softball probably what stuck with me the longest.
Hmm.
But I just like love both those sports. But basketball is what I truly was like, felt like I was gonna do with my life, or
Hmm.
like what's gonna take me to college and all that stuff. But I don't know, it was just more like how hard you work and then, like the success you start to see from it. Even at like a young age, like you practicing between legs, and then
Hmm.
you go to practice and you're like, oh my god, you did between legs. It's like 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 seeing your success through the hard work and stuff was more like this is what I really like to do. I'm gonna keep working at it, get better at it.
What age were you like? Okay, basketball the one. That's just that's my
Probably
game.
because I was little, like little. I don't even know. I probably already knew it was like this is the thing I really want to do,
Mhm.
but everything else was just like I'm just in it. I'm not gonna say in it to be in it because I'm a very competitive person,
Mhm.
but it was just kind of like I knew basketball was the sport I was gonna take. It
Okay.
was gonna take me far.
Okay. I don't know if you remember this, but I cannot remember what year it was. But I know you was playing in a park game, and I think your mom was coaching the game. I think, or she was on the
She
sideline or
was my
something.
coach one time,
I
but
think,
I remember those times.
but I know it came down. Your team was down by one, and you and Tavon was on the same team.
Oh,
And
yeah,
your
no, we
team.
were old, yeah. We were like 12 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the same team. And like I think he was supposed to shoot a free throw and he missed it. And you hit the game winning like tip in. And it was like everybody rushed the court like it was the NCAA tournament. Like it was crazy. It was just when did you realize like because when I always see you play, even like now, like you can just tell you have like that it factor to separate you. When did that like click in your mind that I'm different? I'm built different than other people.
So like training with my like I guess yeah, training with my dad starting at the park. He used to have this used to be like a metal piece on the wall. And we used to have to hit that a certain amount of times before we even touched the goal. Like it was before you even did anything, you had to dribble with tennis balls before you even touched the basketball. Then you had to hit the metal piece before you even shot on the goal. So like you just had to like build up your confidence through like little things. So like
Mhm.
when you got to the court and when you got to actual basketball, it was easy. So
Mhm.
like my confidence grew through like doing the harder things because when it came to on the court, it was easy. So it was just kind of like dribbling through cones, having like a D man shooting over D mans,
Mhm.
like stuff like that. It was just kind of like easy, and then you just like work on that, keep working on that, like working on counter moves,
Mhm.
working on different things. Some games are like like it tests you.
Yeah.
So like those type of tests is just like, okay, that I don't want that to ever happen again. Like if somebody clamp you up, he's like, I gotta work on this, I gotta work on that. So like each thing is kind of like a learning thing, and just, like your confidence just grows like that to where nothing like you just feel like nobody can stop you.
There you go.
Just keep
Yeah.
working like that.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you in that bag.
Yeah, something like that, something like that.
Now, a lot of people do know you have an older brother and a little sister. if you talk to a lot of athletes, like they say the middle child gets a lot of pressure, especially with if you have an older sibling that's good at sports and a younger sibling right behind you that's good at sports. Talk about that. Is it pressure or is it just like extra motivation for you being in the middle between them two successful athletes?
So I feel like it was like this kind of like metal type. Like I
Hmm.
wouldn't say much of pressure because I feel like you learn from your older siblings or younger siblings or things that happen with them. And with him, even though he played basketball like church league and stuff like in high school, it was like I don't know, like certain like baseball and football, you can learn different like techniques, not techniques, but just life stuff through different sports. And like with Tyra, like you watch her play and you just learn things from her game. So like I wouldn't say like it was pressure type. I just think you just learn and grow. Like we just all learn and grow together. Like we just learn different things from each other and we just yeah, go off.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So, what's something I know now you're in college, you're a certified D1 hooper, you're in college. What is something you would tell middle school Aaliyah going into high school?
I would tell her um it's a good question. Probably I was already playing free, but just relax
Mhm.
and just make the most of how you like when you go out there. Just like enjoy your time, like AU and stuff. Like as the time, like looking back at it, you know, going back to tournaments, it just like, dang, I just went by fast, like a blink of an eye, and it was just like, did I truly enjoy myself in the moment, or was I just like worrying about colleges come in, like, am I getting this, am I getting that exposure and type thing? I just feel like I should have just been in the moment, enjoying myself, knowing that, you know, I already knew that God had everything planned out, but I just like just focus on like don't stress out, just do me and just play.
Just hoop. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So, you get to high school, uh, you're at Hammond, Skyhawks. What was it like, being young and being kind of a leader on the team?
It wasn't that bad. Like I had um uh teammates who were older and who played multiple sports and who already were like leaders of themselves too, like Claire Castles and Amelia Green.
Mhm.
They are already leaders in their other sports or basketball itself. So like I've already played with older girls for like AAU and stuff. So like I was already learning the ways and learning how to be in a leadership role.
Mhm.
So like stepping on the floor into Hammond, where like I wouldn't say like people aren't as developed as they are in AAU. It
Mhm.
was more of like a teaching lesson. It's just like patience. You have to learn patience. You have to learn how to play with yeah, play with you know your personnel. That's where I
Mhm.
really had to learn the
Mhm.
know your personnel um title. Was like you have to know who to pass it to, know what type of passes that person's looking for, and like things like that. I feel like that really grew my game as a leader
Mhm.
as well to like really learn how to create and set that person up specifically for their basket or for like what's best for them. And I feel like that's where I really grew a lot too as well for high school basketball.
Okay. And do you prefer to play the one or the two?
Probably the one. I
Okay.
can play the two because I play the two or three, but I like the ball in my hand. Like I like to be
Okay.
able to create
Mhm.
for others and stuff like that, or myself. It's just I like the ball in my hand.
Okay. All right. And talk about it in depth. I think a lot of people don't get what it's like to be on a competitive team trying to reach a goal and then like having their parent as a coach. So get into that bag. How is that like having your dad as your coach? I mean, I know your dad, he's cool, laid back, chill, but he's very
hmm
competitive too. Very, very competitive too.
Yeah.
So
Um,
talk about that.
I'll start off by saying this. So, at Hammond, we used to play coaches versus the players.
Oh
So it
Lord.
used to be like four coaches and then like maybe another player, or we just maybe like 3-on-3, 4-on-4. And it was just like competitive. Like they was going to the league competitive. That's how crazy they was going. And it was just like, okay, like relax, like we just out here playing, and they just be going crazy, like this is for real, like getting paid for this, like, but they just like all just like out there, just like enjoying it, having fun, just being real competitive. But like as far as like on the court, like we all have the same uh mindset, like we all want to go out there and win. So like we just all, I'm like, being positive towards the situation, hopefully calling out the right plays and all that stuff. So like on the court, like him being my dad, we may have clashed heads and stuff. We did do that a few times, but we all like, have the same winning goal mindset in mind. So like it's just kind of like, come out here to win pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. And I also hit up one of your teammates, Morgan, asking her about you. And she told me to tell you to tell a story about how you all have to run suicides by how many points you lost. So
Now
what
that
was
is funny.
that?
So it was they had made us a goal. So I remember this one. So we played Gray Collegiate, and we had to hold them to a certain amount of points. So before the game we said we're gonna hold them to this amount of points, and period. Like we just gonna hold them to this points. And if you however many points over, that's how many suicides you had to run. So boom, we win the game, but they score over the amount of points that they were supposed to. Why do we have teammates crying? We all in stress. Mind you, we just won. We all in distress. We
After
all
a
just like,
win.
oh my, after a win, because we know we about to go back and run 20 something suicides.
Oh my.
And if you didn't make it, it was just like, you gotta run it again, run it again. And we're just like, oh my God. Like, and it was timed. It was a timed suicide. So it was just like, oh my God. Like, we're just like, what's happening? So we go to practice and we just already know, like, y'all, like a whole day at school, we just like, man, everybody come in. We gotta run these suicides. Even after a win, we gotta run these suicides. It was one where our teammate literally like dived across the ground
Just to make the time.
to make the time. And she was like crying, like she was so like out of breath. It was like so bad. We was like, oh my God, like look what's happening to her. Like, we don't need to do this anymore. It was so bad. But we ran those suicides, and I don't know if he did it after that. I don't
Mhm.
know if he did it after that, but we sure enough was all like, man, after we won the whole game, we ran those suicides. It was like 21 suicides we ran
God. After a win.
after a win. I
And what
forgot
was
the
your next
point. I
game
think it
after
was
that?
more like I don't even know who the next game was. I think the point was like championship teams and all this stuff. Like I think either that practice or the practice before or after, I can't remember. They brought in all their trophies from winning, like
Mm.
different types of like AAU high school and all this stuff, rings and everything, to basically say like, if you want to be great, you gotta do this, and this to get this. And we sure enough ran no suicides because we did not hold them below their points.
Yo, yeah. I don't know. I would have been hot after a win.
Like
I would
it
have been
was
pretty
so
upset.
crazy.
All right, so you hit your senior year. You're obviously the leader of the team. The ball's in your hands all the time. You hooping. When was it? I guess in that year where it was just like, yo, we going all the way. Like when did y'all establish like this is we going all the way?
So the crazy thing is, I knew. Okay, so we had a scrimmage in can't remember where because I have no sense of direction or location. But we
Mhm.
had a scrimmage. I think it was Charlotte actually,
Okay.
and we had recently just got a new assistant coach, Coach
Mhm.
Thompson, and I had like twisted my ankle or something, and they still played or whatever. I couldn't. So like afterwards, I'm pretty sure we lost. So afterwards, my dad was like, like yada yada yada, not really yada 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 because it's the first one, but like work on this, work on that. We need to do
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
But Coach Thompson, he was like, he came in with like not saying that my dad was like negative, but he came in who was like real positive and was like very uplifting. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great year. I remember telling my mama that. I remember telling my mom, I was like, even after the scrimmage, we haven't even hit a game yet. I was like,
Mhm.
even after the scrimmage, I was like, this is about to be the year that we're going to win state. Like,
Hmm.
I already know it. Mind you, we already went there. We always been super close
Yeah.
to winning it. We literally had basically the same talent that we always had, but it was just like I feel like that was the it factor there. I know we all played there. I had my sister playing. We all been playing together this whole while, and I just felt
Hmm.
like the chemistry and like it was just like it's our senior year. Like we've been there, we've been like so close. And I feel like everybody grit and determination, motivation, everything was just there to just get that final push to finally get in that ring.
Hmm.
And it was just like ah, glory. It's great. It was great.
So you finished your high school career, being a two-time All-State Award recipient. You finished averaging 14, 5, and 3 with 3 steals a game. Them 3 steals are very, very important.
Right.
It's decision time. You're going to the next level. Uh, Talk about that decision and why you made the decision to go to Charleston Southern at first.
So I wanted a small school and a family feel, and it was kind of like, and it was a Christian campus as well. So like I just felt like that was the right place for me. And I talked to people who I recently played with that attended the school. So it was kind of like, they were like, yeah, this should be good for you and saying all this stuff.
Mhm.
And I was talking to the coaches and they made it seem like this would be the place for me. And I was like, I like your style of play, and I feel like I would just fit in the program, just me coming in. So I was like, yeah, I thought this was the right fit.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So when you
coming in.
get to college, what is your, I know school and just social life and everything, but what was your biggest adjustment going from high school to college?
Biggest adjustment.
Talk about it academic wise and athletic wise. What were your two biggest adjustments?
So like I know like we have classes like every other day,
Hmm.
but the workload is probably the same or even more. So I feel like time management, because like basketball on the collegiate side is very much, even though I worked out a ton in high school,
Hmm.
I felt like it was just different and just more draining. So like it's like you're tired, you're mentally, physically drained, then like the workload, and it was just like a lot.
Hmm.
But I say the biggest thing is probably the pace. Probably the pace of the game is very fast.
Hmm.
You have to adjust to that. But everything else, I felt like my mindset was already like the way they put me in there. I felt like I already fit the collegiate level.
Okay.
But the pacing, conditioning was
Mhm.
a lot.
So,
Yeah.
what was your welcome to college moment? Like, would you garden somebody and you was like, okay, we here. Like, okay, this is a little bit different.
Let me see. Not well. Let's see. Welcome to college moment.
It could have been
I
something
have
in
one,
practice.
but I'm not gonna share that story. I have one, but I'm not gonna share that one. But I would probably say we were doing a track workout,
Hmm.
and it was July 4th. So I came. When did I come? Probably late June.
Hmm.
So, mind you, I thought me and I came in with another freshman.
Hmm.
So we were in the same public speaking class. So our teacher never said class was canceled. So my whole time, I'm like, y'all, it's 8 o'clock. Like I had class. Our coach is like, no one has class on the 4th of July. And I'm looking like, okay, well, if she says I don't have class, then I don't have class. We started doing our track workout. It's like 100s, 200s, 300s, 400s. Then it's like sprinting and like it was just a lot. You had to go up and down the ladder. And I'm like, oh my God, like, am I really doing this right now? Like it's hot outside, like it's like summertime, and we just going. Trying to find out, I actually had class, and the teacher was like, "Why did no one show up?" And I'm just like, "Well, my coach said no one has class on the 1st of July." So, but yes, it was probably that track workout.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that track workout was crazy.
Yeah. I tell anybody that with track, that's something crazy. You literally just running the whole time. That's
Yeah,
it.
the
So
whole time.
it's nothing else to it but running.
The
So
whole time, man.
yeah. So talk about Charles Southern a little bit more. What was your experience like there? Like as far as playing basketball and like enjoying. I know you met a lot of friends, and just how was it down there in Charleston?
Well, my freshman year, it was, you could say, more like a learning experience. I felt like the coaching staff at first was kind of like hesitant. I don't want to say because I was a freshman, but I guess it was because I was freshman.
Hmm.
But I feel like after a few talks and stuff and like proving myself out on the court and practice and in like gaming situations, like they finally started trusting me more, like trusting me more. So then we hit the Georgia game. So the funny part about the Georgia game was the starting point guard then. Mind you, I really wasn't playing that much, and it was kind of like, like So she had picked up either 2 or 3 fouls, and
Hmm.
I'm like the backup point guard, kind of. We have another backup point guard, but she was already out on the court or whatever. So the assistant coach is like, "Come here," and I'm like, "Me?" So I'm sitting next to her, and she's like, "Are you sure you can go out there and play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you mean go out there and play? Like, I'm ready to go play." She was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, like stop asking me if I'm sure. Are you gonna put me out there and stuff? Or are you gonna like keep teasing me?" She's like, "Go out there and get her." So I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like I'm up
Like,
there, like I'm at the table, my hands like a little sweaty. I'm like, this is my time. Like I was like, I've been waiting for this. Mind you, we played Davidson before. And I was
mhm,
basically telling the coach, like, like I like not saying I'm built for this, but I'm built for this without
mhm.
saying that I'm built for this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm
I
just
got you.
like I heard like I'm ready for this. Like put me
Hmm.
out there, like take a chance on me time. So like I think I got in like the second half and I did good. So then there comes Georgia. I'm at the table. I'm like, yes, this is it. Like I'm ready to prove like this is where I belong at this level. I go in there. Like I already told you, like earlier, that question you asked me, my confidence is already up there. Like
Hmm.
I feel like I can compete with anybody. You put me in LeBron James, I'll do my best. I'll do
Okay,
my best, but
there
I
we
can
go.
compete with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there and I'm just like hooping. We calling out plays. So like one time I called out a play and I was telling the girl to go through, and I don't think she could hear me because it was so loud.
Hmm.
So like they were taking forever and we have a shot clock. I chucked that ball up. It was deep too. I was like, oh, this is crazy. From that moment then, I already knew that. I already knew that game was gonna be crazy.
Okay.
And then I dropped, I think they said 16.
Hmm.
And I'm like, so then afterwards it was just like it kind of like died down a little bit. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay, well, it's nothing wrong with like continuing to prove myself because I
Yeah.
know my worth. I know I can hoop. Like it's just all a matter of who's controlling the subs to put me in the game.
Hmm.
So conference play came around, and it was kind of like you're doing it. You're still, doing good, still proving yourself. And it's a freshman. We had like 5 or 6 seniors, so that was also play to play and me sitting on the bench. So then I knew when I graduated, like my sophomore year was gonna be it. Like I just knew it was going to be it. And then yeah, sophomore year was okay. I did good when I had to dance and stuff, but it was all right. But I feel like I did learn things when it comes down to like relationships with grown folks and
Hmm.
just learning. I wouldn't say it's all like on other people, but I take accountability in myself too, like things I could have did better, I could have worked on. So like I feel like I walked away from the situation growing as a young adult, honestly.
Okay. That's the most important thing. You always want to
Right.
go someplace and grow. So another funny story too. Now, like I said, I've known you pretty much your whole life,
Right.
and I mean, you talk trash, but you wasn't really like a huge trash talker. So one day I'm just chilling. I get a call from your mom, and she said, "Have you been talking to Ahlea Moore?" I said, "I mean, I texted. We talked a couple times. Why? What's wrong?" She was just in the game getting a tech from talking trash, and I called to see if you told her to do that. I was like, why would you call me and say I told her to do that? So
Listen.
when did trash talking Aaliyah come about? Where did that come from?
Well, I've always, especially like if I'm like close or we have like basketball court beef,
Uh-huh.
but it's not beef because we're friends off the court. I'm never friends with anybody on the court because it's just
Okay.
straight business. But like I feel like I always had. I may not say something, but my mannerisms are just very much like somebody want to fight me. So like might clap in your face or I might stare you down. Like that was high school me. Like I might clap in your face, stare you down. But if somebody like high school, like somebody start like saying something to me, I'll say something back
Mhm.
because like that's not we're not. This is not that.
Yeah.
But like now it's like it gets I don't know what's going on with me, but like now it's just getting like crazy. So like I think it was sophomore, it was last year actually. I was talking crazy to this girl, not crazy. I was just like, yeah, that's how like I basically clamped her up or whatever, and it's like jump ball.
Yep.
And she was like, that was a foul. I was like, no, it wasn't. It was jump ball. Basically, like, it's not my fault, that I
Mhm.
clamped you up like that. She got a whole attitude and mushed me in my face. And we both got a tick because I was talking trash. And I was like, I got hit and I got a tick too. Like, make that make sense. But I just feel like the more competitive like the game gets,
Mhm.
like my mouth just go like even in practice, I know my teammates hate me here. Because I just go like I really just be talking. I remember one time this year in the game, uh one of the girls I was trying to I was helping on someone's man and shot a three in my face. And she said, in your face. I said, oh, this is what we can do this. So I asked for the ball, I go down, nothing happened. So we end up with the ball again. And no, they ended up with the ball. And I'm talking to her and I'm like, yeah, you don't gotta worry about that because you're not about to get it again, yada yada, just going. Because what you're not about to do is say in my face and I'm about to say anything back. So then she's like, don't worry about it because my teammates are gonna handle it and saying all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not talking about your team, I'm talking about you. And my coach was like, Aaliyah, mind you, we're down by like 20. But my coach was like, Aaliyah, no, get out. You're worried about the wrong stuff. I got taken out the game. I was like, dang it. I was like, okay, well, I'm not talking any more trash this game because I got taken out in the first half over trash talking, and I'm just done. But yeah, I do talk trash a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
I know they hate me, but I
That's
feel like it just
hilarious.
makes it better. Like even the girl used to play at Trinity Burns in high school.
Mhm.
We used to talk trash a lot. And now we just cool. Like I go to her open gyms all the
Mhm.
time. Support her, clothing brand and everything. But now it's just like it just makes. I just feel like it just makes it more fun. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
competitiveness and everything.
And it's kind of in your DNA because your dad talks a lot of trash.
Oh my
Your
God, yes,
your mom
sir.
talks a lot of trash, and she don't even play sports, but she'll find a way to
Right.
talk anytime. So it's kind of in your DNA.
Right.
So you finished with your sophomore year. What made you decide to go to Coker? What was that thinking point or
So yeah, I talked to it was Coach Johnson, who was the head coach here
Mhm.
before Coach Mel came. So I was communicating with her. And she was basically saying like I would fit in their program and their style of play and everything. And I was like, this is, like the fit I was hoping to get, at Charleston Southern and everything, like the feeling of the gosh. So I can feel free and everything when I'm hooping.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So I talked to one of my teammates who I used to play AAU with, and she attends here, and I was like, what's the deal? Like, what's the rundown? Like, the real deal. Like, don't lie to me. Like, come on. Like, I didn't know
Keep
what's
it a
really
buck.
going on, right? And she was like, I really like it here. Like she said, she felt like it would fit for
Mhm.
me, and I'm like, okay, great. Like, this might be it. It was small and everything. I'm like, okay, great. A week before we're supposed to move in, head coach quits or retires or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
resigns. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm looking like the reason why I came and the style of play why I came is gone. And
Mhm.
I'm just here like at a school, don't know what I'm about to get into.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, like it is what it is basically.
Mhm.
We get here and then Coach Mel comes. So I'm like, okay, what? She came from Limestone, so who was also in our conference. I'm like, what's her style? Like, what are we about to do? And thank the Lord, it was very much great. It's like I feel free, like we're able to do whatever we want to do pretty much within reason. Like she has confidence in all of her players and everything. Even though she did not recruit us, which was also like a big like with her having confidence in us as well. But
Mhm.
it was a good idea coming here. I can say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's see, you're going to school for biology. So what's the take on that? Why biology?
Well, I want to go to med school and become a pediatrician. I've always wanted to. First, I like when I was little, I wanted to be a lawyer because I used
Mhm.
to watch Law and Order SUV with my dad all the time. And then I was like, I like kids. I want to be a doctor. So like, why not just combine the two?
Mhm.
And then, but as far as like schooling wise, I say make sure this is really what you want to do because it's
Yeah.
hard.
Oh
It's
yeah.
hard, hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The more classes I take, the more I'm just like, is this really what you want to do with your life? It's hard, I swear.
Oh yeah, I understand that completely. So we've been talking about basketball a whole lot. Because I think when people hear Ahlea Myers, that's probably the first thing they think about is basketball. But
Right.
tell us something about you that a lot of people may not know, like a hobby or a hidden talent that a lot of people don't know about you.
I can sing. I'm just kidding. No, I can't.
I
I'm just practicing for when that day does come. But
don't think it's coming
um,
no time soon. And I'm letting you know now, I'm not editing that out. That's staying in the episode.
I swear. Let me stop. But let me see. I hidden talents. Don't really have one. I like shoes.
Okay.
Um, let's see. I'm trying to get more into like my fashion and my style to really get my style different
Hmm.
than others because right now I'm just kind of like basic. But I am trying to get a little sauce
Hey, okay. You know, that's
as a
trademark.
guys on it. So yeah, but um, other than that, I just hope and focus on school.
Hey,
Nothing
that's enough. That's a lot
else
to
to
do.
do.
Yeah, that's
Right,
a lot to
very
do.
much a lot.
All right, so I'm gonna give you this thing. I'm gonna call it 3 by 3. I'm gonna give you three different subjects. I need your top three in each three. All right, you
Okay.
ready?
Hmm.
First, your top three restaurants in Charleston.
Top three
It can be
restaurants.
on campus or off campus.
I say, I think, oh, it's this Mexican restaurant called Los Reyes.
Hmm.
Oh, that was good. Um, what's another restaurant? Uh, I really be getting basic stuff. Uh, Texas Roadhouse. I used to go there a lot.
Okay, I
We used
need
to
to
have
look
that
it
for
up.
pregame and everything. Um, what else? Everything else is probably like fried or fast food. Um,
College living.
yeah, right. So it's a Mexican restaurant, hands down. What else did I say?
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, Texas Roadhouse. You go there too. And then I'm trying to think what's on this trip.
Just one more. I need one more good one.
Yeah.
It could be some on
I
campus,
don't
off
know.
campus.
I'm gonna just hit
One.
you with Waffle House. That was the move too.
Okay,
That was
Waffle
right
House.
right there. Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. The next thing I need from you is your top three moves in your bag. Like, what's your like go to? You got an ISO. What's your top three moves?
Okay. So I'm gonna hit you with the cross jab with the opposite foot and go in the direction where the ball is at.
Okay.
I get them almost every time, especially if I'm coming down like fast break type.
Hmm.
Yeah, hit you with that. You don't know which way I'm going.
Okay.
Then I just added this one to my bag. I've been training in practice, but I'm working on it to get into the game.
Hmm.
So it's also a fast break, and I'm I do it with my right hand. So I'm dribbling, and it's a 2-on-1. So I spin it like it's going to them, but it's coming
Mhm.
back to me, and it gets to the defender. And I also jab like it's like I'm heading over there, but really I'm taking it for myself. So
I
I
got you.
spin it, and it's coming back.
Mhm.
And then I got I like the behind the back pass. Wait, is this ISO? Wait, sorry, it's ISO. I like also in and out cross. I take that too, and then the hezzy for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely going with the hezzy,
All
especially if
right.
I was like hot or something. Get somebody with the hezzy, that's an easy lay or dump off.
Okay. All right. The last three, your top three hooping shoes. Like you can get any shoes in the world. What's your top three?
So right now I've been hooping these high top hyper dunk type shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and those I've been wearing those for like almost going on 2 years now, and I
Mm.
really not thinking
Trying
about
to
wearing any
switch.
other ones. Yeah, those are really nice. But I like probably like some low top Kobe's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to hoop in LeBrons and stuff, but like my whole high school year, uh I wore Under Armour, but AAU we like wore Kobe's, like low top Kobe's and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably like the shoes I have now, some Kobe's. I really want to. I have some Kyrie's that I have yet to wear.
Those shoes
Actually,
are fire.
I need to.
Kyrie's.
I want to try them, but I'm still stuck on the ones I have right now. But
Mm-hmm.
I do have them to take out the box when I'm ready for them.
Okay.
I'll
Some
probably pick
shoes.
those.
I just bought some shoes that I was kind of iffy on, but I was like, I'm just gonna try to hoop in them. The Donovan Mitchells. Those shoes,
I didn't even
they
know he had shoes.
yeah, I didn't either until I went in the store and I'm gonna try them. They're
Hmm.
like $80. I'm gonna try them, and those shoes they at the top of my shelf right now. So that's just a little, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out then.
yeah. Those definitely fire. So now you're established college hooper. How does it feel coming home and coming to see your little sister play and being like, I know she looks up to you a lot. So how does that feel being a role model for somebody?
It's crazy because it's just like you don't ever think of yourself as that
Hmm.
until like I guess it comes out of someone else's mouth. It just feel like I wouldn't say it's like a job, but I feel like as an older person, regardless of like a sibling, family member, anything, but as an older person in general, you have to carry yourself a certain way. You have to show, what it takes. Like hard work brings.
Hmm.
Like different mindsets or like positivity and different things like that. So like I just feel like it's crazy that you say that because it's like I guess yeah that's right because I like it's just I remember one time I texted her because she been dropping like 30, 40 points
Yeah,
this whole year.
yeah.
I'm just like it was like right before a game I think I was like yeah I'm trying to get like you. She's like I'm trying to get like so she's like nah I'm trying to get like you. I'm like I'll drop like 13 points. Me but like what I'm saying but I just know like I'm sure well, looking back, like watching her play, it's just like, wow. Because, like I miss out on working out with her now.
Hmm.
And like I miss out on certain games and stuff. But the games I do catch, I'm just like amazed. It's just like, I've always knew she was going to be great. She was always great in my eyes. But
Hmm.
it was just like, she is really like, just going crazy out there.
Yeah.
Just triple team, double team, just everything. And it's just like, I don't know, just watching her grow and just knowing that her hard work is paying off. I just know she's gonna get everything that she deserves because it's just like
Yeah. A couple of them games
amazing.
I texted her after. I was like, what's wrong? You okay?
It's
You good?
crazy how she's
Yeah.
just going off.
Yeah.
But I just know she's gonna get right. I
Hmm.
just know. But yeah, she most definitely. I'm proud.
Yeah.
Always. I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
I always let her know. Like
Hmm.
I like this past weekend, I just watched her play, and I was able to because I was working it, but she was able to. Well, she was playing on my court,
Hmm.
and like I sent her some little like notes and suggestions and stuff. And she was like, "Yeah, I seen it." And I was like, like she know what she's talking about. Like
Yeah.
I feel like certain things like I don't have to tell her, but I'm just saying it just in case. Like I feel like she knows the game. Like she's growing. She's very high IQ and everything. It's just a matter of time where she gets the respect she deserves. And
Okay. That's lit.
you know,
That's lit. So another sibling question. Growing up in the cul-de-sac, every
mm,
morning, every day, no matter what time it was, y'all two were always doing the newest dance. So who is the best dancer out of Aaliyah and Tyra? I need to hear from you.
You know me. Let me stop. But you know, Tyrus, you already know. I'm trying to do nowadays with these TikToks. She gets such patience is distant. It got
Yeah.
to the point where it was like, Leah, do a TikTok with me. And I'm like, well, which one? She's like, don't worry about it. Just try to follow me. So now I look like I'm lagging. The whole time I don't even know the dance. I'm just copying her through the camera because she doesn't have the time to teach me to dance. It's just
Yeah. Them
and it's just
TikTok
like,
dances different. They
yeah,
real different. I
it
left them
really
alone.
is.
Yeah, I laugh at them all the time, but I'm not trying to pull out over them
Yeah,
tongues.
she
Yeah.
most definitely got me beat. All right, she got me beat. I'm getting better though. Like I'm getting better, but she got me beat.
But what's some of your long term goals? I know you about to come up on your senior year. It's coming fast. I can't believe you're about to be a senior in college.
I know, right?
It's that's crazy. I was thinking about that the other day. It's like I remember I tell you all the time. Remember when you used to be mad because you couldn't get stuff on top of the fridge, and now you a senior in college. Like, whew,
Yeah,
different. So, what's
crazy.
your long term goals or short term goals when about to get a degree, about to finish college, all that?
So I
Uh
one
oh.
of my big ones is money management.
Mm-hmm.
I need to learn how to manage my money
Mm-hmm.
because I get it and I spend it like no other. Don't let my
Okay.
mama see it because she gonna be like, I told you I that cut that part out. But probably biggest one is money management. I want to um I don't know, just hold on 1 second, I'm about to charge my computer. It's
Mm-hmm.
dying. Ugh. So I want to okay, so more like oh, be in a successful workplace.
Okay.
Even if it's not my even if it's not my plan A or plan B or plan C, I just hope it's somewhere that I enjoy doing to where it's not I'm not dreading it.
Mm-hmm.
And just enjoy my life. I want to travel.
Okay.
I want to have a job that has flexible hours to where I can travel
Mm-hmm.
and just live life and have fun and enjoy my 20s.
Hey, that's what it's all about. So,
Yep.
do you plan on hooping after college, or you just
Yeah,
taking it day by day?
that's a good question. So like the more and more I start hooping, I mean, I'm continuing to hoop and the more and more I'm like in school academically and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it's like maybe I could. Like I kind of question it. Like I don't I'm not saying that like yeah, I am going to or no I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in the air. I think about it sometimes though. I'm
Okay.
not sure if I want to.
All right. Well, this concludes episode 2 with Ahlea Myers. Y'all got to know her a little bit better. I need everybody to follow, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and give yourself a shout out to all your socials. Anything else you got going on? You want people to follow you on? The floor is yours.
You can follow/add me, Snap, Twitter, and Instagram at Ahlea_Myers 24.
Bucket.
Yeah,
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Enjoy you. Thank you. Big
no
blessings.
problem. Thank you.